Now it's just me and the giant peep. The giant peep that came from China well into the month of March. And this was got here in 3 days via DHL. Like usually I can relax because something sent to me doesn't get here, you know, super fast. Anyone coughs on it, blows their nose on it and hands it to me, I could, yeah, the virus will be dead by then. But this, did I lose my knife? Have I lost my knife? This is the worst. I'm the worst. There it is, I found it. Anyway, so this giant peep contains 3 items sent to me by Apos. And spoiler alerts, they are the Gustard A22 DAC, the topping D50S DAC, and the LKS MH-DA004 DAC. And that's what they insure it for, by the way, in case you want to know the actual price of things. But I know that the total value of this bundle is like $2,700. Because they send me an invoice like it's a real invoice. And so that's what it costs them to insure it. So, markup is high. Also, the fact that I'm sending back, I think most of these are going back. I might try to argue with them to keep the cheap D50. So, I've gotten packages like this before. Like, you know, I get them, I'm like, haha, it's cocaine, and I cut it open. This is the size, it's bigger than my microwave. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go at it like I don't want to cut too deep, but I gotta get into it. And it's not the worst, like, idea of how to pack something like this. I just hope no one... My biggest concern is it's so many layers of plastic, and it's so from Hong Kong or Guangdong, China, and it's like, my spider senses are tingling. When I ship this back, it will not be in a giant, whatever this is. I don't even know if this is a methodology. I can sort of see the edge of boxes, so I'm going to try to avoid... Yeah, there's one there. So I can go in and up. Just like the last unboxing I did where I felt like I was... This feels like I'm cutting into the blubber of that thing that they killed in that Star Wars movie. Pasta's messaging me. It's important. I need her support for this. Aww, kitties don't care. They just want love. So... trying to be nice, but this packaging, I might need a longer knife. I'm trying to cut through like 2 inches of bubble wrap with a 3-inch knife. Okay, I'll slide the Gustard out first. I think I'm gonna stage this because this might take longer than 10 minutes, and I don't like to... Oh, God. Part of that, don't you get? There's the A50. Well, the stickers don't stay on. And finally, I could probably squeeze one off. Take it out of its birthday suit. This is a very expensive DAC, and I know you guys are not super interested in DACs on my review channel, but I just want to review everything ever made. And I do daily videos, and that takes a while. So, I guess you win. The Gustard on the topping will... Gustard? Gustard or Gustard? I want to know how to pronounce it. So much plastic. So much sputum insulating plastic. The best way to deal with the coronavirus is, they say don't touch your face. So here's what I'm thinking. If I got shoe polish, pasta, link to shoe polish, black shoe polish. Everyone just needs to wake up and rub their hands with shoe polish and be like this all day. And then you wouldn't touch your face. You'd be like, oh no, I got shoe polish on my hands. I can't rub my eye. Just imagine your life with shoe polish constantly on your hands. And you should avoid touching your face and items. You won't touch anything else. That is a new box. I am... Oh, God. It's got Chinese characters on it. Anyway, this is a manual for a DAC. So, I mean, it's like turn on the DAC. This remote. That is both simultaneously... Oh, God, what is that? That's not... It's got a weird, like, thing. This is simultaneously a very nice and a very terrible, terrible remote. Oh, my God. It's got literally the panel buttons. So, like, it's a metal remote. It's a nice shape. It doesn't weigh quite as much as I would hope it would weigh. But then the buttons are just like the ones you'd hit to reset a motherboard, like you'd reach down. They're sharp and, like, they're cylinders at least, but they're not. Like, that's hilarious. This is not a cheap unit. This unit's not cheap, so I guess we'll get to that. Looks like it comes with a nice USB cable. Take this out. This is a power cord. I do not need to remove this from the box. I'm removing it from the box just to get this out. Flippity flop. When's Zeos gonna stop? You come out, you go on the floor for a second. Will you stand up on edge without problem? Great. Great. You can go back in. There's an Allen key. Why is there an Allen? Oh, to get the batteries out of that. Or to open that up and start the bat. I don't know. I'm leaving it all in here for now. I do need to put this bag back in there though, so. Jesus, this fucking thing is heavy. One nice thing about audiophile equipment is they do make it weigh a lot, and that always, for some reason, makes me feel better on the inside. Oh, that was almost a mistake. That is a very heavy unit. So we've got like audio god level aluminum panel screws, 1, 2, 3, 4. Warning, warranty sealed broken. So there's my last one that I have to peel off gently so I can open the top of this and actually take a look inside, because I don't care if I avoid the warranty, I'm reviewing it. Vents on top. Very, very strange. Off-center manual actual click-in power button. Screen protector on the screen. I'm going to peel it back a little bit so I know to take it off before the review. Input, filter, volume. Volume up, volume down, filter input, and then a DPLLBW button. And it says LKS digital audio. So this is, oh God. Your basic connections, USB, optical, I2H, I2SH. I'm sure people call that something, I'm sure. And then there's an I2SE with his Ethernet. Then we have coaxial, BNC, and AES EBU, and there's your outputs. So you get, wow. And then your analog input. It says it's a FurerTech plug. So what's the bottom look like? More vents. So here's the thing about a DAC. I'll get real quick because I think I'm going to open those other ones up on another unboxing. One thing about a DAC. Actually, no. I'll probably pop the topping open. One thing about a DAC is there is an amplifier in the DAC. Like, oh, I need a DAC and an amp, but there is an amp already in a DAC, which is why people can make excuses for very, very, very expensive DACs. Because you need to take a digital signal and still bring it up to line level, to XLR, you know, 4 volt, 6 volt, or RCA 2¼ volt. There's an amplifier. So cheap DACs have very good chips, but the amplification is still up to the manufacturer. And that's when people start getting to that like 0.5% of betterment. So here's a topping D50. It matches the A50 in size, and I have that. God, please don't be snot. Throw it on the floor for my cat. Oh man. Oh man. This feels nice. This is as heavy as that. I mean, like, to scale. We've got a nipple control on this. Power. There's a screen. We've got an up, down, left, right nipple jog shuttle. The back is left and right, RCA out, coaxial in, optical in, USB in, and a Bluetooth antenna. Oh. I asked for it in silver. They gave it to me in black. Fuck. Okay, that's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Everything's fine. I only have silver components for every other part of it. Oh, here's a remote control. Okay, the remote control is apparently wedged under all the styrofoam. There you go. Yeah, and it's a standard topping remote. Up, down, left, right power. Headphone, line out, fur, M, auto thing. And there's your antenna. And I don't need... Actually, that is... Oh, that's... So you power this with 5 volt. And it has to have this adapter. That sucks. Unless you're powering it USB, maybe. Because it comes with a USB cable and then the 5 volt cable. But I have that linear power supply, the P50. Which might do this job. Because I know there's a little jumper that it came with. Did I need a little jumper for the other one? You know, that one's straight to straight. Okay, so I don't actually need this, so I power it with that linear power supply. I do need the little antenna, and I will need the remote. Which I'm going to have to label specifically which unit this is from, because Lord knows I've got an infinite number of these. So I'm just pretending everything here is covered in, I'll download the manual. Pretending everything here is covered in black shoe polish. And like, oh my god, my hands are so dirty. How am I ever going to clean my hands? I'm just going to put this stuff down. And then I'm going to wash my hands. But I got to shut my camera off. If I shut my camera off, then I've got smudge in there, so I've got to clean my camera. So that's just pretending that I've got shoe polish on my hands. I'll be back for another unboxing.